They don't want me to win. They don't want me to win. I had to summon the inner DJ Khaled. You know, I think every single time we try to start the show on time, something has happened. Last week we started the show on time. Then there were technical difficulties within the show. Yo, Khaled, they don't want me to win, bro. But here we are. Here we are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment, another episode of Banterville. We got on the left there, top left, we got Galetzi, aka Asian Links. We got in the bottom right, who will appear, when the time is right. Bottom right, we got Maximilian, the homies in Canada. God bless, bring us some maple syrup, homie. The original, not that stuff they said at Woolworths. So I want the original sound, straight from the buck. Then to bottom left over there, we got a new brother in town. We thought we needed to just diversify a little bit as well. All the way from the Emirates Stadium. I should actually say, what was the stadium before Emirates?
Highbury.
Yeah, all the way from Highbury. Let's go back to that time. All the way from Highbury.
Yeah, that's a comfortable time for me.
Lord Pablo the Fifth, aka Tios, aka Pablo, aka Dumelo. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
What
it
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about us. We talk a lot about Manchester, but this is all about football. That's all we're here for. So it doesn't matter if you're Crystal Palace, West Ham, no Man City. Okay, we gotta have some standards.
I don't know. I think that's a universal. That's a universal no.
I'm even afraid to bring some Liverpool fans here, but I should say that I think maybe on the last day of the Premier League, we should have one Liverpool fan come here.
They don't deserve it.
No, there's no reason.
And then just cut off the feed.
What? Don't even go live with it. You can do the show, but don't go live with it.
He's muted the whole show.
The whole show.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
Gentlemen, how's the week? Football. There's a lot to talk about. Football.
Ooh, yeah, no, it's been a busy week. I see City won 5-0 today. It's just the games keep coming every single day. 5-0, bro. I see Liverpool is jamming now at like 3 minutes. Like that's what I enjoyed since the restart. That every single day we're getting a game.
Word.
Getting a game and the way the Premier League is set up these days, that top six, they're able to do the combination such that every weekend there's like a top six battle. Tottenham versus Arsenal or City versus Liverpool, whatever. Like, so every single weekend is a big game to look forward to. I've even forgotten the Bundesliga.
Sorry, Pablo, go on.
No, I was going to say, I feel like it doesn't even have to be a top six game. I feel like any single game right now determines a lot. Because if it's any single game against the top six team, determines a lot. Because now everyone is trying to squeeze in for that top four spot. Because it's still very possible for anyone to make it. Even though it's very clear, but this is football. We've seen a lot of strange things happen. So, I mean, yeah.
And the Premier League. Yeah, man.
What kind of Manchester fan are you? You're busy telling me about Man City, man. These guys are out with the win. Let me tell you something. Why didn't you tell me about... I see another team who played, two teams that played, was Sheffield United and Wolves. Sheffield United...
Oh, did they play today?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Sheffield won. That was the good one.
Sheffield did something that Arsenal and... What's the other team? Arsenal and who played yesterday? It was West Ham, no? Not West Ham. It was Newcastle.
Leicester.
Leicester. Who did Chelsea play? Crystal Palace. So something that these two London clubs could not do is help Manchester United get closer to a European finish. Come on, Sheffield! Oh, come on, Wolves are down. They're down.
Did you hear
in the hand? Yes.
Did you hear that if we win every single game from now to the end of the season, we guarantee Champions League football next? Well, we make it into that top 4. We guaranteed top 4.
Well, City banned.
Yeah, but no. I think that thing is still going on. But I mean, now it's in our hands. You win every single game, and we will end up in that top 4.
Oh yeah,
and we
true.
can win all the games.
We can beat Leicester at the end of the game. If we beat Leicester, we're in top 4. Then they finish 5th. Oh yeah. Sorry, Brendan Rodgers. Rubbish. Come on.
Give the little man. Give that little man some depth, man. I mean, if I had to switch to a team in the Premier League, which I won't. I mean, it's Arsenal or die. You have to be loyal to your team till the grave. But I think I'd switch to Leicester, man. I think it's less heartbreak, but there's a bit of hope. Like it's like it's casual. It's like you know where you are. Like with Arsenal, he's like, yeah, but we're a big team, but are we really? Like so, it's a bit tense. But I'd be a Leicester fan if I had to switch. Right
if
now.
If I may ask, as an Arsenal fan, and obviously sound like a diehard ride or die, what's gone wrong? Like I always hear things about the cash. There's no more cash. The way the owners are running the club is less of a football club and more of a business. Like, what's the issue?
You know where it all went left or all went south is the time when we moved to the Emirates Stadium. We had to pay off the stadium. So now, in paying off the stadium, Arsenal had to become a business to generate money to pay off the stadium. So then after we paid off the stadium, the owners got comfortable, like, oh, snap. Can just make money. Like we don't need, because Arsenal will still make so much money at the end of the year for nothing. Like for nothing. We have the highest ticket sales, or I don't know if it's still the highest, but we had one of the highest ticket sales for a stadium. But for what? I think it's now it's a business thing now. And now that we had a few shareholders who are like, no, guys, let me just put in more so we can get this player. Like, no, you're messing with the money now. Because now, if you say you're going to put about 50%, then now we have to put 50% of money we didn't want to spend. We cool. Yeah. We don't need that. The team is making money. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's my point from an Arsenal fan.
My issue with Arsenal as an organization is that it's an abusive relationship. First and foremost,
yeah, it is.
These guys sell dreams. These guys sell dreams every single year. Number one. Number two, Spurs just moved into a new stadium. They spent like 60 million on Ndumba.
I wanted to ask, what is the name of that stadium actually?
I think it's Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah,
that's boring.
Yeah, I mean, it's
what happened to White Hart Lane Part 2? Like,
White Hart Lane is a nice name. I don't know what it stands for. Maybe there's some, I don't know, but it sounded good.
maybe that's the road. But it's funny because part of the stadium is actually the old part of White Hart Lane. Like there's like the back part or something.
So they just built it. Oh, yes, snap!
It was like the back, and then they just extended it and pushed it out forward. Yeah, it was actually when they were building it, they broke off the section and then they just extended it. It's like, damn, okay. But you're right. I mean, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is not a catchy name at all. I think Daniel Levy wants to sell it to like Amazon because I know they've got that Amazon documentary. I don't know if you guys have watched All or Nothing.
I haven't seen that. Is it the Man City one?
Yeah, so they got the Man City one. They're doing a Tottenham one now. So next season we'll see. Well, next year we'll see Tottenham's.
They must bring that to Old Trafford. Come on, man. Come on. We want to see.
Hey, dog.
We want to see the history.
We need to win first, bro. We need to get into like almost there. Once they bring Sancho in, and then I think they can give us that all or nothing document, which will be hot. It will be hot once the boys in.
Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to say was I think Arsenal have the most expensive ticket sales. So that's
what I was saying.
First of all, you're breaking hearts. Then you're gonna overcharge. You're gonna overcharge.
Haven't you seen those videos of those Arsenal fans, especially these two famous ones? These two famous Arsenal. Yeah, those two guys. Let me see how angry those guys get. Yeah, man, that's tense, dude. Like I'm an angry guy, but I'm angry in South Africa.
Inside.
But I'm angry from afar. Exactly. Like I'm not seeing this heartbreak with my eyes. I'm not seeing a full stadium, and we're not getting any wins. I'm seeing that on TV. I mean, I just switch off the TV and it's over. You have fans at the stadium who are just crying.
You have to go home. You still have to take the train home.
Do that for
Thanks,
us.
Yona.
Let me tell you something before I get to Max. Max, you're on mute. Before I get to Max, you know what? So I went to watch the first and foremost. It was the worst experience of my life. I went to go watch
Oh,
the
man.
Arsenal
The
Manchester
worst.
game.
This
Yeah,
is
that is the worst.
first,
The Arsenal
first
Manchester
world
game.
problems, eh?
It is a
You.
first world problem, but I'm a passionate Manchester United fan. I had a horrible time. I was sitting in Arsenal territory at the Emirates. You know, this is the horrible, and we lost. This is the horrible day. You know, I just did not enjoy it. But my point is, like, I remember the effort it took to get to the game. I get ready, get to the game, and afterwards with the crowd, I was just, man, I would be so pissed if I was a season ticket holder and I saw my team just do some shit. I'd be like, so instead of paying for my kids' school fees in advance, I put all them pounds into a season ticket. Instead of going to watch my kids' recital, I go to watch Manchester versus Arsenal. And they do this
The
shit.
drama.
But,
drama.
but to be fair,
Oh
you know,
my
I mean,
God.
with these seasonal ticket holders, because I mean, I haven't been to the UK at all, but I hear that they don't really broadcast the games on TV, so they encourage more of you going to the stadium views and pubs, I guess.
Going to the pubs,
To the pubs and stuff. So I mean, for them, it's like, yo, if I really want to watch this and I have the money, man, let's get the seasonal. But it's at the end of the season, you're like, what was it worth? Like, what was it worth? Why'd I do it? Yeah, you know.
Mona, you could have bought a flight to Barbados. You know, met Rihanna's
Dude.
cousins, and they're over
Dude.
here.
What does a British man care about Barbados, bro? These guys are for fish and chips. They don't care.
Yeah, that sounds about fish and chips.
Men, they don't care about your Rihannas and what.
And speaking of which, all the way from Canada, representing, it is Alfonso Davies' cousin. I present to you, Maximilian! Boo, 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 boo. With the salmon.
Hey, what do you do, man? How you guys doing today?
Good, brother.
Did you get a fresh cut, bro? I see that they
Yeah, man,
you
you know
up
how it
there.
is.
This guy's looking like
Cav,
Greenwood.
hey, Cav, fresh.
It's been a while, dog. 3 months down the road.
Yeah, see.
I still haven't
Nah, it
gone.
gets out of hand.
And I saw Pogba's gone. I'm like, hey, that guy must test for corona, bro. Hey, he mustn't play around. These guys are getting haircuts. We can't afford.
Homeboy's got his.
No, but you gotta buy your own clippers and do it yourself, man.
He's got a personal, bro. He's got a personal by a barber.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
They sanitize that bad boy.
Got one. Have you guys had a corona test yet?
Nah, not yet.
No.
That thing is invasive, bro. It's like a violation of your privacy. They stick it up your nose. Oh, it's bad, dog. It makes you want to cry. That's how bad.
But what's up there? What's up there? Why are they going?
It's
almost like they're trying
the back. The back is where it's most potent. Like they get the proper sample.
Yes, the
from your mucus, yeah. So if they take it from the tip, it gets contaminated by the air. So they can't use
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I guess there's worse holes they can actually put that in. So.
I mean, why would you say that?
I'm just saying, like, you know, in the context, it's probably okay. But speaking of Mason Greenwood, what do you boys think? Do you think it's a Harry Wilson? What is it, Harry Wilson, or is going to be the next Rashford?
Who?
Harry Wilson.
Oh, that dude who scored.
Exactly.
He scored. He was the left footer. He was the left footer who scored. I think he played when Giggs was the coach. And he scored. I think he scored his debut goal then, and he was looking good. Now, but there's a big difference. First of all, black don't crack. Let's start there. That's number one. Number two,
this man is always for black players.
100%. Our front line has more goals in the front three of Liverpool. It's all black players. Come on. It's telling you something. But above and beyond that, what's impressive about him? It's for me. It's just two things. Three things, I guess. One, he is just a natural finisher. You know, like I could honestly say, looking at how he strikes the ball, there is no one in our team better than him in front of goal. Not in terms of free kicks, whatever. I've seen him score free kicks though for the junior team. But I mean, just as a pure striker, as a finisher, the technique, he is the best we have. That's number one.
That's just that.
Number two, the other thing with him, right, is that he's humble. You know, from what we've heard, he hasn't really. Even if you look at his Instagram, he doesn't really do much. Homie is keeping it indoors. You know, he's there chilling with his girlfriend there. He's just chill. He's keeping, and I think they're also managing his situation very, very tightly. I can imagine.
Oh, of course.
And then
Of
the
course.
third thing
How old is he?
18, homie.
18.
18. Younger than
Jesus.
Shani. Ho! What you call it? Our cousin.
Danny's our cousin, by the way. Yeah.
Oh.
And then the third thing, which is for me the most impressive thing. You guys know. You can check me on this. Before the lockdown, the one critique I had of Mason, the one critique I said, oh yeah, this boy is too skinny, Papa. Yeah, let's go to the gym. Hit the gym. Comes back from lockdown. kgs of muscle obtained. Haircut, brush cut. I'm like, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, dog. I see you, nigga. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you're the most excited by the fact that he put on some muscle.
He was skinny, bro. I'm like, this guy is a striker, dog. You know, if you were to put him against a typical English centre back, they're going to crush him.
Yeah.
He was a
Let alone Van Dijk.
But look at him now. He's getting, she needs to just keep it up,
Honestly,
man.
benefited from this lockdown situation
Yeah.
because he could just dedicate time to lifting weights. Can't expect the kid to gain that much muscle while he has to run around. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also needs to be fast as well. He doesn't want to be too big.
Exactly. You want to be strong, but you also want to be flexible.
But he got faster as well.
But I guess it's natural. I mean, going from 17 to 18, he still got time to actually. I mean, Rashi only really kind of bulked up that one season. I think Mourinho's second season.
Yeah.
There was that little in preseason where he went to Nike in Overton and suddenly. You sent me a video, Max. It was like 2-3 years ago, and you could see Rashi just doing the drills.
Sprinting on the what you call treadmill that's not mechanical. Hey, boy, fast, man. You see those legs? I couldn't even run as fast as him in my dreams. If I'm honest.
But I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So obviously Greenwood is obviously one of the highest profile, but it's good actually we got to Melo on the line because I was thinking about Saka from Arsenal.
I love that dude, man. I love that dude.
What?
That kid
Where did he come from? What is he a left back? Is he a left wing? What is his story, bro?
Dude, he was okay. So basically, academy kid. I was actually reading upon his story not too long ago. He's an academy kid. So apparently, like this dude he was just blasting through the academy, man. So then, who brought him in? Emery? No, wasn't Emery. Was it Emery?
No, I think it was.
I doubt it.
No,
It was Arteta. Yeah, it was Emery. It was Emery. It was Emery.
Into the first team.
Yeah, into the first team.
No, it was
So
it was Emery.
Yeah. So man, this kid apparently, man, they like it was a short space, and this guy was just like, I think he didn't have confidence before, and then all of a sudden, I don't know who talked to him and said, "Yo, dude, you got this." And now he's just, I think he's even giving Aubameyang the confidence. If Aubameyang signs a new contract, I swear it's because of Saka. That's how much confidence. Yeah, that kid is just, it's ridiculous. You don't understand how that kid has power. Like when he looks so
small. Sorry, he looks like this tiny thing.
He is. But the thing is, it just makes him nimble. I don't understand where he gets it from. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And what do you call this? Like when he was stalling to sign his contract, that was the biggest stress I had. I was like, no, we can't let this kid go.
This is why we lack vision. Well, we don't have enough wingers, and we're letting Arsenal tie down such talent.
Yeah, man, we seeded it. We seeded the talent. We seeded it from the ground up.
No, if I was Ed Woodward, I know he's getting better, but he's still not there. If I was Ed Woodward, bro, I would have gone to Saka and be like, hey, bro, listen, first and foremost, can you not see at Manchester there's a black revolution happening? And also, second of all, we don't have natural wingers. You in the team, bro. And thirdly, I'll be like, Look what happened with Van Persie. That could be you, though.
What? 2 seasons and you're out.
That's Van Gaal for that guy. That guy's terrible. Bro. His own countryman. The guy, Van Persie, you whack, you out.
But yeah.
Sorry, and he played him in the World Cup. That's the funny thing. Like he was his main striker in that season's World Cup, and then they get to the Premier League and he's like, "Nah, my boy, I saw you in the World Cup. I know the legs are gone." Peace.
I think it's actually maybe they have beef or it's a case of egos or something.
Yeah,
to be a disagreement.
Where does he go?
He was boring as if.
I don't think that meant for anything, and my biggest issue with him.
Nothing.
Nothing. What did he do? Wait. The only thing he did was debut Rashford. Everything else was trash. And my biggest issue with him, I didn't really.
He
have
won
an
the
issue
FA Cup. That's not trash.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
The FA Cup win in 2016.
I don't care. You know, let me tell you.
Nigga, you talk about trophies and then you come on, boy.
You win one season. You wanna bring in Memphis Depay. Was Memphis whack? That guy wasn't whack, bruh. All you have to do is did you guys watch The Last Dance?
Yeah.
Obviously.
What you call it? That's Dennis Rodman, bro. Memphis Depay was Dennis Rodman, homie. All you had to do.
Dennis Rodman. No, you can't say he was Dennis Rodman, man.
Rodman was a defensive player. How are you equating the two?
I'm talking about personality.
No.
What's his name? Rodman is wild, bro.
Memphis is like, he was like Meta World Peace. Who you know that guy who changed his name? I don't know what he was called before, but he changed his name to Met. Yeah, that's who this guy is. Just cooked in the head, but not that great.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying,
I mean.
You get what I mean? What is it, Pops?
No, I was gonna say. I mean, he's not that bad. He's not that great, but he's not that bad.
No, of course, yeah. He's good. He's good enough, but he's not elite. I thought he'd be elite. We gave him that 7. The way you see those YouTube highlights where he's just finessing guys with skill, taking those shots from long range. Like you think, okay, here we've got another one. We've got the next. He looked like he had the physique of Valencia, but the skill of Ronaldo's. So okay, no, this might be it. And then,
no, but that was
it just goes to show.
It was all Van Gaal's fault. That guy told him to stop dribbling. It's like, hey, chief, you get the ball. It's possession. It's fake tiki taka. It's possession football. Why are you dribbling? I'm like, because remember he was dribbling. Then all of a sudden Van Gaal was like, nah, nigga, you ain't it. Stop that dribble. When you get the ball, pass.
It's been years though. Maybe why haven't we brought him back? We've got a buyback clause. Why haven't?
Nah, but he's a striker now. We don't need strikers. Remember, he converted into.
We do.
No, not like that. Nah, nigga. We need a Haaland. We either need a Haaland or somebody who can dance. Gets the ball. The moment he gets the ball, through the legs, 1-on-1 with the keeper. That's what you need. Because
you don't think he's that player?
No, he's not. Because you must remember how we play now. And I really enjoy how we play with this 4-3-3 in terms of the front line. Remember what Sir Alex Ferguson, I know we're not supposed to refer back to Sir Alex, but, it worked. So what you're seeing now is the wings are interchanging. But not only are the wings interchanging. Remember with the 4-4-2, the forwards would interchange, the 2 strikers interchange, and the wingers would interchange with themselves. But now with the front 3, what you do is all 3 players interchange. Except for obviously you don't see Marshall on the right. It's normally center or the left. But you're having that confusion. Your boy Greenwood is scoring with his right foot on the right. He's scoring with his left foot on the left. He's doing an assist on the left, but he's not on the right wing. So what you need is somebody who's quick, someone who can dance. Memphis is not dancing anymore. He's just shooting. He's pushing guys. France League, right? So you need.
Yeah, I mean, at Lyon, I think he's doing pretty good at Lyon. I think he's doing great.
Well,
he's been acclaimed of late. Apparently, he's one of the better players in that league.
Yeah,
it's cool.
That league is pop, bro. Like
he starts from the Netherlands.
It's PSG league.
PSG league.
I don't like those things about leagues like that. Like I just don't like
Bundesliga as well.
No.
Or Serie A.
Bayern Munich were like 4th. Bayern Munich were 4th or 5th in December. Futsek. They won the league. Get out of here. the hell out of here.
Boy.
They changed coaches. They changed coaches. They fired the coach. They changed coaches.
Yeah.
Instability. They still won.
Boom.
No. But speaking of what, before we keep talking about Manchester, there's a player I really want to talk about from Arsenal, who I would like, but I think is a bit immature. Gondozi. What's going on with your
guy? That kid. Yeah. Sorry, Max. No. Go ahead, Max.
No, I just want to say I read an article about him being banned for the last games of the season because he had a tiff with Emre Can, not Emre, Arteta.
Yeah.
So why do you want to bring those problems to United when you've got guys like Lingard and co?
But you guys have dealt with a lot of people with attitudes. I mean, like you had Zlatan, dog. That's the biggest, that's the biggest guy with an ego. Anyone's ego after Zlatan doesn't matter.
No, the difference is Zlatan had an ego, but you perform consistently.
Yeah,
I haven't seen enough of Genduzi or whatever he's called. Let's call him Kenny G from the Middle East or something like that.
That's racial, man. That's racial.
Yeah. I mean, what I heard about the way Arteta kind of runs things is like it's his way or the highway. He's very particular. He's very specific about the kind of player he wants, the mentality he wants from those players, and what he expects of them on the pitch and off the pitch. And I can imagine Guendouzi's a fiery individual. So when he probably gets frustrated when Arteta's like, listen, bro, I need this. So then, I can imagine them snapping. But I think for me, rather Arteta lets him go. Because Arteta's trying to build something there. And if you let this young whippersnapper, even though he's decent, just if he comes in and he's not listening, he must go.
Yeah,
so you bring in someone else.
It's one of two ways. Hey, but that kid is good, man. He's hustle. He's hustle. He's
just raw. I think he's just
He reminds me of like a I'm gonna say more fragile Xabi Alonso, just without the grit, without that much that body, but that the type of attack that he has and the way he holds. Yeah. That's what
I always see like if Carlos Tevez was like a central midfielder. That's
true.
That's
actually very accurate. That's very accurate.
Like that,
actually.
All action. But I can imagine for someone like Arteta, who's schooled under the school of Pep, where those central midfielders need to control the game and make sure that things are flowing. He doesn't want those kind of mistakes in his midfield.
I think our biggest problem actually is really our defense, man. Our defense is horrible.
Horrible.
Our defense is horrible. And I heard a rumor that Arteta wants to bring in Thiago Silva. I'm like, why you just keep bringing these old men into this team, man? Like, the back don't need old men. It doesn't need slow guys.
I would agree with the signing, but you know what you have to do? I would bring in Thiago Silva, but you'd have to bring in another centre back as well, because what he brings is what even Man U lacks it a bit. And you need that leadership in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like you actually you need players who can tell you what it is, and he knows what it means to win. Even if he doesn't play every game, gets injured or whatever, he knows how to win. He's a winner.
Yeah. And another plus is he's best friends with David Luiz. So at least they have a sort of, but that doesn't work because do you know who Aubameyang's best friend is?
Lacazette.
No, Mkhitaryan. Weirdly now.
Is it? No.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I'm serious. From Dortmund. From Dortmund, they've still been that close. Back when they both played at Dortmund.
Oh yeah, I thought it was Laka. Like you always see them in pictures hugging each other.
Yeah, because they're two black people that speak French. They're like, yeah.
No, but they even got a.
The handshake, I know the handshake, but anyway, from back in back in those times. Anyway, so I mean, Thiago Silva would be nice, but it's a risk. It's a risk.
You guys have that youngster William Saliba coming from Saint Etienne. I mean,
that is where it's at. That kid is where it's at. That kid.
Right.
So maybe you put a Thiago Silva with a William Saliba. Suddenly, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
because I think that's the big issue.
yeah.
Central defenders are rubbish. Luis, Mustafi,
And
Papa
they
what?
French.
Papa what?
Just Socrates.
Socrates. It's and then Holding. I don't know. Is he decent? I don't even know if Holding is decent.
He's you know what he is. He's very inconsistent. He's very inconsistent.
He's an average player.
Like he's very inconsistent. Like he'll have a good ass game.
Yeah.
Then he'll have a really bad 3 games, and you're like, dude, you're the same guy that was stopping. You're stopping, let's say, for instance, Firmino, the other, but now you can't stop Burnley's. Come on.
Chris Jenkins.
Chris Jenkins.
Come on, West Ham.
Who's Arsenal's goalkeeper?
It is Leno.
Bernd Leno.
Yeah, but he's isn't he? He's
injured, or is he?
Yeah, he is injured. He's injured.
Okay,
but yeah, so now we're using Martinez, yeah.
How good is this Leno chap?
Nah, he's dope. He's good.
He's really dope. Like if Noah and the next best German keeper weren't there, then he would be Ter Stegen, then he would be first team keeper.
At least you guys are covered there.
Yeah. Yo, it was bad. Yo. And you know what? Actually, sorry, just to keep rambling, but you know what irks me? What's that guy? The Juve keeper that used to be our keeper. I don't know how to say it. Chesney, yes, that guy. Yeah. He got so good when he went to Juve. Then for us, it was horrible. Horrible.
So when you play with the best players, you have to just power up. Super safe.
Guys, I could go to Juve and be good. That team is so bad. Like it doesn't matter.
Well, think about it like this. You think Goku would have ever gone Super Saiyan if it wasn't for Vegeta?
Yes.
It's Goku.
That guy,
yes.
No, he wouldn't. There was a sequence of events that it could. Remember, Goku was an adult. He had a kid.
Yeah.
He had all that time to become Super Saiyan. He was busy playing with 10 and whoever and Krillin. Did he become Super Saiyan before? Nah, homie. When Vegeta came and started challenging him,
But there would have been another Vegeta. There would have been 3.
Correct. Exactly.
The problem is with Neo's example, it's the wrong way around. Vegeta would have never gone Super Saiyan without
Goku. If it wasn't for Goku.
Oh yeah, but he is more like Vegeta.
Oh Lord.
So I guess Buffon was Goku.
Buffon must retire though. I think. Well, he doesn't have to. He's.
How old is he now? Like
41, I think.
41. Jesus, I thought it was like 69.
Nah, he's past 40. He's north of 40. He is a good second keeper.
Isn't he back at Juve?
Yeah, he went back.
Yeah, he went back. Yeah.
Because he was at PSG last season.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Then he went back.
He's like, these guys lose, bro. Take me back. We lost
Take me to the winner's circle.
We lost against Man U, and we had a lead. Take me back in pink shirts. Take me back, bro. Nah,
that was one of the happiest days of my life.
Nah, I celebrated. Yeah, I was in the studio, when that game was happening. I went on my knees. On my knees, on the floor in the studio at a guy's house. When Rashford was taking the penalty, I said, God, if you please give Rashford the power, the courage, the accuracy to pull this through, I swear I'm going to give up tequila. I swear to you. And then when did I lost my mind? I said, yeah, boy.
To be fair, you did give up tequila.
I was happy. Look, I think that's why the rest of our season was so cack, because the Lord just gave all our blessings in that one game. And he was like, all right, it's time to pay the piper.
That's it.
Who is Arsenal looking at in the transfer season? I haven't really seen news. I just said that there's no money. That's what I keep hearing.
They're looking at me.
Hey, man, come on.
They look okay. I have it on. I have a little someone on my phone too, because I knew this topic was gonna come up, so I just had it ready. Focus, Jen. Yo, dude, like some of these players' names.
By the way,
ridiculous.
Man City, Liverpool against Brighton. Mohamed Salah and Jordan Henderson scored in the first 8 minutes. Great. These teams are just so useless.
I don't even know why that team is still playing football, bro.
They must just if I was him, in all honesty, because they're not playing for any other competition. They're done. I would
Champions
promote
League.
No, they were knocked out by Atletico.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
They've got nothing else to play for. I would just bring in youngsters. Say, guys, here's your shot. There's games on games. Go play. There's no.
Let the other guys go on holiday early.
You know what? Actually, sorry, that's actually a good freaking thing that I just suggested. You know why? Because remember, the preseason is going to be very short. The break is going to be very short. These guys lost out on Timo Werner. They're going to lose Zalana. They're still going to have a thin-ish squad, I assume. It might change. They might bring in some people. We don't know. But if they have a similar squad, maybe 1 or 2 players, man, those front 3 need to go rest. I would rest Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and Firmino now. Say, guys, don't get injured. You've won the league. Take your wives. Now that Europe is open, go to the beach. We got this. We got this for the rest of the season. Don't worry. Even Van Dijk, go out, go cheap. Give Lovren some games to get some confidence. This is the best time to do it, actually.
Just sorry, I know we interrupted you, Dumel, but I heard that they're in for Thiago Alcantara.
Oh yeah.
31. They could potentially get him for 31.5 million. If they get Alcantara, guys, that guy, I put him on the same level as Pogba. I put him on the same level as any world class central midfielder. That man is incredible. And if he came to Liverpool, I think they'd be favourites for the Champions League and the Premier League title again. Like
Which
he's
team does he
that
play
good.
for?
He's Bayern Munich. Plays for Bayern Munich. So he used to play Barcelona, and then maybe 4, 5, 6 seasons ago he left to Germany. He is silky, Max. Silky smooth.
I'm gonna watch his highlight reel after this.
Just make sure you have some lotion next to you, bro. Because I hate.
Ends. Alright, cool. This is what my team seem to be interested in. They're interested in Thomas Partey.
Oh,
that guy from Atletico. Yeah. Black boy. You see, black power. Black power. You got dreads too. We're winning. Got dreads. Yes. They're looking at these German names. Weghorst from was Wolfsburg, the striker from Wolfsburg.
Okay, I don't know him.
Oh, Danilo Pereira.
Okay, that's the
from
CDM.
Porto.
Yeah, the CDM.
Is he? Yeah, he is the CDM.
Nice.
That guy said from Wolfsburg. He could be potentially Aubameyang's replacement if he doesn't sign. So that's what they're looking at him for. Yo, sorry, this Aubameyang thing is very tense for me, man. Because I feel like we just need two more seasons to just build a team. Then he can leave when he's old. Then we can replace him with someone young. Then the team is ready. We can just go. But it's probably gonna, what will hack me the most is if he goes to y'all. If he goes to y'all, I can't do it anymore.
See, that can work. That can work.
You don't need him.
You don't need him,
know
though.
why.
Nah,
dude.
No.
You don't need anyone who's gonna inhibit Martial's development. You don't need no player who's gonna inhibit that development.
Yeah,
because that guy, once he pops off in 2 years, he gives you 5 years of top class elite striker. You don't want to get in the way of that.
Yeah, true.
I hope Oli sees that vision though. I really hope he sees that vision. Yeah, so that's basically a sum up. That was a quick sum up of what we want to get. There's not really exciting.
They didn't have my name. I thought I must talk to my agent.
Oh, they're also trying for Gay. What's that guy?
Oh, is it Idrissa? Oh, okay.
No, Pape is from Watford.
Oh, interesting.
I thought it was, when I saw Guy, I thought it was the
Idrissa.
PSG. Yeah, Idrissa, yeah. I was like, nah. Yeah, never mind. I didn't feel bad about saying that. Cancel it. Cancel. Throw it away.
Arsenal don't have cash anymore, guys. It's all but Chelsea are looking good, eh? Ziyech, and they've got now Timo Werner. Pulisic is coming on.
Pulisic, Dude, that Abraham kid, like give that guy like two seasons. It's gonna show us wonders. It's gonna show the Premier League wonders.
England have a good crop of youngsters coming up.
Yeah, they do.
It's another golden generation, I think.
By the way, sorry, quick side note. Have you seen the adverts of the Qatar World Cup?
Yeah.
You haven't seen them around?
Slavery.
Already?
You must. Yeah. So you must just, when you have time, YouTube it. When you have time, just YouTube it. It's just because now the advertising is like in the stadium, but everyone's wearing masks and whatnot.
When is the World Cup happening? Next year?
Nah,
2 years.
November, yeah.
But then we should have there
should
be no COVID.
Hopefully.
That should be sort of...
Yeah, dude. Hopefully they don't fill up those million graves.
We're dropping a vaccine, March 24th, my birthday. My gift to all of
From your lips to God's ears, bro.
What you call it? Just on our side. Well, before we go to Man U, I want to talk about a player, and I'm gonna liken him to someone similar to him when he was younger. I see here. I've been reading a lot of news about Kai Havertz. So I'm reading here. It says that he might actually put a transfer request. They know that he wants to leave, so they understand that. It looks like he might go, but all the rumors are around Chelsea, for 100 million. Can I tell you something? If Chelsea buy Kai Havertz, which they don't need, but if they get Kai Havertz, let me tell you something. We've got a problem. We've got a fucking problem. But it means if Chelsea do, I don't know. First and foremost, I don't know how Chelsea's getting this money. Where's UEFA? Because the thing is, you know what I don't like about this type of thing? They can buy this guy, then UEFA says, no UEFA for 1 season or 2 seasons. Look at sharp, it's fine. We got the best players. It's not like they tell the player to go back to their squad. They still have the player in the squad. And then and after 2 years, because he's young, he's 20. After 2 years, Timo Werner, these guys, they get some chemistry, they're good, whatever. Buy a couple more. They won't buy players, they'll have a transfer ban. But that group of people, some young guys, Gilmore gets older, then you see them in 2 years competing for Champions League finals. Come on, that thing is crooked, bro. We need to.
Where will? Sorry, no, carry on.
No, where will he play? I don't like. There's no space. They have too many midfielders, so that's why I don't think it's gonna happen.
Because I remember when we went, in that dark is the wrong word, but in that quiet period when Bundesliga was the only football we had. So I picked it up. I was watching Bayer Leverkusen. I was watching Borussia Mönchengladbach. And Kai Havertz was playing as like a number 9.
Yeah.
But just as the man is silky. So I wonder, because he's quite tall. He's got a good physique. He's not super quick, but like I wonder if maybe they bring him in and he can play in that position, or he'll play in the Mason Mount position.
Probably,
because I know they play 4-3-3.
Forward and a number 10, but he's a typical number 10. I think
he's like
like
Balak.
Yeah, if you have a player like that, if you have a player like that, you know what? I like that type of player for Man U. But the only issue with us, right, with us buying a player, it wouldn't work because you can't have him and Bruno playing together. I think Bruno needs to play with a bit more strength behind him. Some Pogba strong, Matic is strong. Even when it's Fred and McTominay is hustling, Fred is hustling. So the dynamic doesn't really work. You can't really play him as a winger because he can play as a winger on the right, but he's not that quick, and you kind of want quick movement. So I wish we had him, but it's not going to work. I hope he doesn't go to Chelsea, though. I just feel like Chelsea cannot be competing for top 2 next year. I still feel comfortable if it's Liverpool and Man City, but Chelsea, not those guys.
It must be United and whoever else.
Yes. But I saw that great news, guys, great news. And you know what? Pablo, WhatsApp your boy Arteta. This is an auction, bro. I see here the one and only double agent, famous double agent, David Moyes is he's interested in getting Jones. He's interested in Lingard. But I also see here that Newcastle are interested in Jones as well, while Roma and Everton have also been tipped to have an interest in Lingard. This is an auction, great quality, born and bred in Manchester. He scored proper goals.
We cool.
So, look, if you buy him, you can sell Oates,
We straight.
Just talk to your boy, man. Maybe,
we straight.
You don't know what
we cool.
It's a big mistake. That's all I'm saying, boys. It's a big mistake, guys. Lingard. I know, he hasn't always been the best on the pitch, but I tell you, he's pure Mancunian. He'll die for the team. He'll get in there when the bodies are needed. And I don't know, man.
Yeah, exactly. He'll die.
Have you had a bad day today, Kalitsi? Are you feeling a bit unwell? Are you feeling sleep deprived?
Guys, you'll see it one day. That's the thing. I'm like, it's like Isaac Newton. He was telling people about gravity. They were like, yeah, whatever, dog. I'm saying, like,
did you compare yourself to the Isaac Newton? The Isaac Newton.
Sir Isaac Newton.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
But you guys have a similar problem as well, man. You got Otso's over there eating bench.
Nah, that guy gotta go, man. That man.
Yeah.
That man needs to go. That man needs to relieve us, give us back our money. I think he owes us now. At this point in time, man, that guy should just probably go back to some team in Germany where he just retire. I don't know, man. He must just go, and then we just bring some freshness, some clear-minded, strong, black attacking midfielder who can shoot from anywhere, free kick guard, something, some beast. Ugh. I'm tired of it. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That guy, 350K a week, you can't do nothing.
Busy social distancing on the bench like this.
You can't do nothing. You really can't do nothing. And at the first time when he came now, the times I say, no, people are like, no, also sluggish. I'm like, no, guys, listen. He's used to playing with guys in Madrid where people will just give him the ball. He doesn't have to do anything. So he has to get used to, actually doing something. Dude, how many years has it been? like getting used to
No, that guy's finished, bro.
If it was up to me, honestly, I know I'm gonna contradict myself, but I would get rid of Ozil. I'd get rid of Aubameyang. I just start fresh. That money, those two guys, that's at least 4 good young players. That's about 4 good young players.
Yeah, boy, luck is.
What do you think you'll get for those two?
No, together at least we can get at least a good maybe 60 to 80 for the two of them. 60 to 80 for
it's
the
not
two
bad in a COVID market. Yeah, I see some players are going for
60 to 80 for the two of
cheaper.
them. Yeah. For the two of them?
Sancho is one of them. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I hope Sancho is one of the players who's on discount now.
Most guys are
this is really slavery.
They're being stubborn.
It's really slavery.
Come on, dog. It's COVID, bro. Everybody's hurting. Our debt is a heavy cost. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Just give us a shot, bro. We let you have.
How much is Sancho now?
I saw that they increased the price to 120. I'm like, these guys are
120.
No, that's too much.
Is that euros or pounds?
I think it's euros.
Don't say pounds, man.
That's
still scary, though.
Let's see exchange rate difference.
I don't know what the exchange rate is between the euro and the pound.
Let me tell you who we need.
Bro, out of nowhere.
If we can't get Sancho, let me tell you who we need. We need to get that Leon Bailey. I'm telling you now. Bring in that Jamaican brother. Listen here. This is a black revolution. I don't think you understand. We need more left-footed players. We got too many righties. Get another guy on the left.
Then get Gareth Bale. Then, if you want a left-footed player,
no. How can you even say that?
What are you talking about, Leon Bailey?
That guy just eats money and goes for siestas.
And he plays golf. Eats money and plays golf.
And he'll still win you a Champions League. You see what he did for Madrid? Yes. Wait, is he playing? I haven't even been keeping up. Is he jamming since the restart?
I don't know about the last game. I think it was the game before when they were playing a 4-4-2. Not the last game. It was the game before he played. They played a 4-4-2. He played on the left wing, I think.
Okay.
Nah,
those guys are on course to win the La Liga, which would be nice.
Nah, they're gonna win it. Barcelona, pop. Messi is getting tired, right? How many years can you hold the team? Tell me. How many years can you hold the team? He's tired, man.
Yeah, that man is carrying, though. He carries the team.
It used to he was the best of good players, but now, like I saw someone showed me a picture. I don't know if it was in the group, but like 10 players are over 30. Busquets, Rakitic, PK, Messi, Suarez. Like, dog, like you can just keep rattling them off. Even Alba. I think Alba's like 30. I was like, Jordi Alba,
yeah.
Wasn't there beef with the president at Barcelona? Didn't he have to resign, or there was an inquisition?
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Barcelona is Messi.
Yeah, Messi calls the shot. Didn't you see he was so angry when they bought Griezmann? He was so angry. Like, apparently they don't even speak on the training pitch. Like, that's how tense that beef is. Like, they don't speak. They're like, Messi's like, I don't want this guy. Nah, they're like, that's all, man. He's like, go on.
Because they bought Griezmann instead of Neymar. That's why. He wanted his boy Neymar to come back.
Yeah, it's like, Neymar, come back.
Come through, homie.
But it was crazy. That's just bad financial decisions. He's mad.
Yeah, that was
how much was Neymar when he went? 200 or something.
Yeah,
but PSG
was a dodgy ass deal.
Now imagine the return. Now you pay 400. 400 million for someone you sold for 200.
I think PSG were ready to let him go. I think Neymar, if he wanted to leave, PSG would have sold him for
I heard rumors that he's going back.
Or something.
I heard rumors he's going back to Barca.
They want him, but they also want Lautaro from Inter. That kid is that's a good striker. You know, I can imagine. For me, he's better than Lacazette, but they're like of a similar mold because he's a bit. You see a bit more hunger from that kid. You know, like I like strikers who, because he's short, but he can head at the ball as well. So like even all the areas where you think somebody with short height who would be a striker, he kind of maximizes, you know, what he can do and supplements those. And that kid is good. Like, he's good. If I was Inter, I would not sell him.
Inter seems to be having some sort of resurgence there with Conte. I wonder how many years it will take them to win that Serie A from Juventus.
Did you see they bought Hakimi, the
from
Borussia, but he's owned by Real Madrid.
That's a good one.
That's a good buy for 40 bar.
40 bar, bro. And he's young. He's like, what, 23, 24 or something? That is a good buy.
That's why Man U sleeping, bro. They should have just sent Dalot. Hey, here's a trade. Keep your boy. I like Dalot, bro. I just feel like that kid doesn't know if he's a winger or if he's a fullback. He's just like, he's indecisive. But I think it's because he hasn't played enough. To be fair, I think he hasn't got enough game time under his belly. So you find him like trying to get into fitness, trying to get into confidence. But I mean, playing behind AWB, I mean, my God.
But I mean, you forget that guy, like, I mean, he came to us when he was 18, so he's probably like, let's say 20 now.
Yeah.
There's guys who are his age who are still playing in the reserves, you know. So I mean, clearly the boy is good.
No,
he's an undisputed second right back. Where you look at something like Fosu Mensah or Twanzebe are still sort of fighting it out there. so clearly the guy has skills. It's just he has never showed them, you know.
What happened to Twanzebe?
He's
just sitting bench
out until September.
That guy also stays broken, man. Every time he's at United.
Hey, man.
Battles of the game, man. Battles of the game.
But homeboy's like 21, bro. He should be, you know, tip top.
Yeah, man. He's still drinking milk. You know what I'm saying? He's still out of the carton.
It's probably the way he trains.
Has strong bones.
The issue with injuries it's not just this, but I mean, you have to train your body in a particular way. Like, you know, the muscle, the small muscle groups that don't really get work that are important that support, you know, the back, the knees, you know, the legs in particular. You have to train yourself in a particular manner. Yeah. So sometimes guys, you know, it's good to gym. What I mean, look at Lingard when he gained muscle. What did that guy do? Just got a 6-pack, but he was still lanky. Whatever. That guy probably just did upper body the whole summer. You know what? I was like, what's going on, cheap?
Yeah. But then surely that's not a player problem, it's a coach problem. Because what are the fitness coaches doing?
No,
just giving them their own directive. And I've always had a problem with United's fitness coaches. Something is not right. Just not right.
Yeah. Look, I mean, it's gotten a bit better because last season, like the fitness was so bad that when Oli tried to increase the intensity a bit, suddenly everyone was injured. So, because I mean, I was thinking about it today. If you look at us now, because let's say there's like 5 games left in the season. I'm not too sure. Yeah. But if you compare us now versus where we were last season, okay, there was a 3-month break that we can account for. But we look a lot sharper, a lot fitter now than we did. Because last season, like, once we had like 6 games to go, the guys just went pop. That game against Everton, like you could see Matic was like, nah, I need a rocking chair. I need a wheelchair.
The problem with soccer, it exposes you when you're not fit, really.
Yeah, no, you get guys burning out, and you're just like, dude, you had all this. You're like, what went wrong?
Bruh, I saw in that Everton game, I think it was Matic get outpaced by Gylfi Sigurdsson. Guys. When has Gylfi Sigurdsson ever outpaced anything? Dog. I'm sure on FIFA his speed is like 46 or something. Like,
dude, 32.
That's when I knew that, no, the boys are tired. No, they're done. It's just close the shop now. Pablo, let's see next season.
What's your thoughts around Arteta, the training? You know, what are you seeing that's different now? You know, is it more of the same? What will hold you back? You know, what are your thoughts around your boys?
I think this comeback Arsenal isn't like back from the break or back from Corona, I guess. I feel like I'd actually really like this little team. These past few games that we've played, we've been really like it's been a really good team, even against Leicester. I mean, Vardy kicked what's this guy's name? Mustafi in the. Have you seen the picture of his face, of Mustafi's face?
No.
They studs. Like you can see the studs. Like like it looked like a vampire bit his face. Because like Vardy kicked him that hard in the face. But anyway, besides that, like I really like this team. And I think Arteta came back with the mentality that, okay, we're not gonna do anything this season. Let's focus on next seasons. Let's focus on putting the guys together. Let's focus on letting them gel. Let's focus on, we're not looking for anything this season. Guys, this is your little time before we go on a break. Get to know it, like fully get to know each other. Let's do this thing let's prepare for next season. And I like it. I like it. I think also Corona, when he got it, it scared him. So he's like, oh, shit. Life is short. Let me get these guys moving. So I think he's becoming a strong, and also I think he's now getting more used to the team because I mean it's his first season, so you know you gotta give him a bit of dab where it's due.
Using your financial support to get in some players.
Yeah, man. No, we just need to just also get touched by the Arabs, man. The Arabs will just give us like 200 billion. Let's go. Let's go. 200. Yeah, man. Like we can sell our souls. We have already flying. Just get Qatar on our tops. We got it. We already got an airplane on our tops.
What about fly Rwanda, man? Come on.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck the man.
Newcastle are winning the league in the next decade. Eh?
Yeah, but that transaction hasn't completed. There's a bit of issues.
I'm seeing.
I wonder if it's going to finish the due diligence.
I'm sure.
But they'll get their way. You know, I think they'll get their way eventually. I think COVID has just caused a bit of a stir. But yeah, let's not talk about ownership because we got some guys who we need to take a hike. You know, it's been real. You know, thank you for at the end of the last decade. You know, thanks. But you know, it's time to get some guys in. You know, I just can't see Man U going in 200 million for a player now. So I mean, like, I
also don't think it's worth it in this day and age.
No, it's not.
Proven that money equates to success.
Look at Neymar. Got injured for like half a season. They have never won Champions League with him there. What's the point? Qualify for
Europe. That's what they want.
Dude, and they gave that guy shares even to like one of their hotels and stuff just to bring it. No, for real. One of the I think it's the hotel is connected to the stadium or something like that. Like, yeah, man, here's some shares, dog. Here's a floor. It's your floor.
We're giving you equity, boy. This is the Neymar floor.
Come. It's like, yeah, Neymar. Let's go. Imagine for someone to come and not like what and do basically what you've been doing for the past 10 years. You've been in the Premier League. I mean, League One, but I mean something you've been doing. There's no difference. Yeah,
Shout out to his agent.
Yeah, his agent was the one.
Nah, he pulled it off.
Yes, that deal. Then for him to be like, I want to leave. That's also crazy.
Like, nigga, you take your flow with you, eh?
Yeah. They was actually disrespectful. Did you see? I think when they were doing the celebrations for the League One Cup, Neymar was trying to run in for the picture with the trophy. Then Mbappe pushed him out the picture. Get out of here! You don't deserve this. Get out of here! Get out of here!
Nigga, you
get out of here! Like what? What? You?
Do you think Kylian is gonna go to Real?
Yeah, it's happening.
Probably.
One way or another, it's happening.
Do they have the money to fund that? How much is he? He's a proper 150 man.
Don't worry. Remember, he's got a. I think the new contract that he hasn't signed it yet, but the new contract is negotiation. He has a Real Madrid clause. Yeah.
Word?
Yeah, he's
like as if Madrid come in, they'll sell him for 50 million, as opposed to if United come in, they'll sell him for like 250.
Well, I don't know what the numeric values are around that, but I just know that there's a Real Madrid clause. He's going, dude. He's going.
Oh, that's like your hand telling you, listen, babe, I love you. I want to stay with you for the rest of my life. But if Mang comes in, if Kevin Hart or whatever, if they come in, I'm done, babe.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And the scary part is now the possibility of Kevin Hart coming is very true.
Oh, exactly.
Very real.
Hey, Kevin Hart hears this. He's like, nah, I'll be there. Once Corona's done, I'm there, girl.
Ouch.
Exactly. Max, maybe you want to give us, Max rant just to end up today's episode. We've been waiting for this because you weren't here last week.
Yeah, well, it is. But anyway, back to the rant. So this week, the thing that really irritates me is I don't know how many test runs we've had for VAR. I don't know how many resources have been put into it, but I still don't understand how a decision like the Bailly handball could have been condoned in the United game. It shocks me. Are we looking at the same VAR screen as the fifth official, whoever it is looking at? Surely they need to improve that system because it's not our team that is only struggling with decisions like that. You're looking at Tottenham and Jose Mourinho complaining about football losing its flavor and flair and flow because of poor VAR decisions. Mm-hmm. And the man's got a point. They've got enough money to have better officials running the VAR system, so they should do it.
As always, preach, Max.
Hitting the nail
I think that's a universal. That's a universal one. Yeah, we feel that one. All teams feel that one.
Varismo, maybe we should just get the Russians to come take on, put in a bid for that thing, man. We'll get the South Koreans, get Samsung to come through with the Samsung VAR. Come on, you'll see the guy with the VAR glasses there going. Offside.
You too can be an official from your home.
Gents, thanks a lot.
I think it's
What are you gonna say?
Just one more thing. I think it's a pressure issue for the fifth guy who's having to come up with a decision. I think he really feels the weight. Like, I've got all of this equipment in front of me. I need to get this right. I think they might even need to have like a jury system. Get 3 officials to look at the same thing and then they vote independently and instantaneously apart from each other. If 2 say it's a pen and 1 says nah, then it's a penalty and vice versa.
Yeah, they need to.
We might be a bit more accurate. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
But
anyways,
take us home now.
Yeah, we'll pick it up. We can pick it up again because I can tell you next week we'll probably have an issue with VAR again. So, well, not us, but somebody, hopefully. But Pablo, thanks for joining us today. You know, everybody out there, they know the show has a Manchester United bias, but you know, from time to time, you know, we're gonna bring some other dudes. I know a guy who's a genuine, you know, Spurs fan. I know a dude who supports West Ham, who'll bring the hammer up in here. Pause.
What's West Ham?
Oh yeah, like for real. Like homie's even got a space case at work that says West Ham.
Wait, he's in South Africa.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. But anyway,
as a liar.
Good people, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Today, so far, you know, other than the late start, technicalities worked good. Every week we're getting better. Next week we'll come with the banter. Please check us out. You know, if you ever have any questions or anything, put some comments on the streams. You know, we can bring out some topics that people want to talk about. You know, down with J Lings, but you know what it is.
Also,
yeah, that's right.